Hi, this is Toby from LITH-TECH Mobility. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about home demonstrations. So what I've done is I've written a list of points here on the board, mainly so I can keep track of an order of what I want to say, but also so it's a little bit easier for the audience as well, so it's a little bit more methodical. So first off, why LITH-TECH doing home demonstrations now? It pretty much all boils down to us being able to provide a better all-round service for our customers. I had a gentleman on the phone the other day going, look, I've watched 1,000,001 of your videos, I've been following you for a few years on YouTube. The biggest problem is I just feel like I need to be able to try the chair and I've got no way of getting to you. I live by myself, I'm disabled, and I haven't got the best support network. So I was thinking, okay, yeah, I mean, I get what he's saying. It's a bit unfair. I want LITH-TECH to be available to as many people in the UK as possible. So we kind of tried to do a strategic way, which is fair for us, so we don't waste our time, and fair for the customers, so they still get the LITH-TECH product. So yeah, we've devised that, and I'm basically going to run through the ins and outs of what it's all going to entail. So number two, why did we not offer home demos before? Very, very simple reason being is I talk to a lot of our competitors or people I know in the industry who offer home demos and they're really not that successful. I think the problem is they didn't have a good enough systems in place, so they weren't just wasting time. So someone called up and said, oh, hi, Toby Mobility, I want to book a demo, please will you come to my house? They'll go, okay, what's your address? And we'll send a salesman out and we'll go show you what we have. I mean, that's never going to work. What you need is commitment from the customer, knowing they want to buy a LITH-TECH chair, knowing they've already done their research on you, and that's the reason why they're going with a LITH-TECH and not another company. You need to know exactly what they need, what their needs and disabilities are, and basically pinpoint to such a point where you know exactly already what chair they're going, exactly the same way as we do our telephone consultations with people. Like, remember, 80% of our customers buy directly over the phone from us without ever seeing the chair. So we are good enough at that process, which we've been doing for 9 years successfully, that we can now do this and then incorporate it into a home demonstration afterwards. So the biggest issue is that people, you waste time wasting, and that's why I never wanted to do it before. But by doing it this way, I feel that we're going to benefit and the customer's going to benefit. I'll go into more about the process in a second. So what is the criteria to qualify for a home demonstration? So firstly, from our LITH-TECH headquarters, which is GU9 9JE, based in Farnham, Surrey, you need to be within a 60-mile radius from LITH-TECH or a 1 hour and 20-minute driving route directly to you. So sometimes it could be a very fast journey, but it could be, it could be for how far you're going. It could be quite quick in time. So maybe it could be a 70-mile trip, but we can still do in 120 because it's just dual motorway the whole way. So if we can get you in either one of those two criteria, then it counts. The only people we're not going to service, and I'm sorry for this, but it just logistically is just not good, is London. We will discretionary do South London, depending on where you are, but I'm not going to bring our engineers into London. It's costly, it's hassly, it's too busy, and unfortunately it's just not something we're prepared to do. The other criteria is that you have to want a LITH-TECH chair, you have to understand, you have to have done your research on us. You can't just be calling us because you're the first people we found in your local area of Google. You need to understand that you're buying a LITH-TECH because we're the best, we have the best chairs, the best service, the best aftercare. You need to have done your research on us, so we're going to probe you into that a little bit, because we don't just want tyre kickers or people that have just called us because we're a local company. You need to understand what you're buying and who you're buying from. It's very important. I don't understand why people would spend £2,000 on something just because we're the most local company to them. It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, so what is the cost of a home demo? So cost is important. So this cost has been really carefully thought out, and I've changed it in my head a few times. So the cost of the home demo is going to be £150. However, we would have done such a good job. I mean, remember, this is for people that already know they want a LITH-TECH chair. They just don't know which one. Exactly the same as when people call us up and they do their phone orders. So the cost is £150. However, once we've done the home demo and you buy the chair from us, because let's face it, it's no different from when customers come here to do demonstrations in-house And literally out of every 20 demos we do, only 2 don't buy out of every 20. So it's 18 people out of 20 walk away with a chair on on demonstrations when they come to us. And I see it being no different from when we do the home demos. So 150 is basically, it's a guarantee for us to show to you, do our job perfectly, like we will do, and then sell you the chair at the end. And that 150 will come off the total cost price of the chair. So it means that worst case scenario, my cost for me getting a salesperson out to you, the petrol, the wear and tear on the car, me not having them in the office making sales over the phone, it has to be remotely work. But we don't even break even really on that 150, if I'm completely honest, with the time that could have been spent in the office. But what it means is we don't go and waste our time and walk away with nothing. And also it means that the customer shows kind of some sort of commitment, and we know that they're a serious buyer. We know they want to be a LITH-TECH customer, because if I said, oh yeah, it's 50 quid, that's not high enough for people to show commitment. But if I say 200 quid, I think that's a little bit too steep. So I think 150 quid is the perfect sweet spot between what's fair on us and what's fair on the customer. And like I said, you're going to buy the chair anyway, so that gets deducted straight away off the total sale price of the chair, which, by the way, you will get on the day after the demo, a brand new chair, fully made up in front of you, sorted, all the accessories put on it, programmed, everything will be done on the spot. So it's going to be probably the best home demo experience that you would have ever received in your life, guaranteed. Right, how do I know I will be bought the correct chair? You're going to know this because, one, we're the most kind of well-knowledge company in the industry. We know our chairs inside out, we know customers' disabilities inside out, and just like we do with all our other customers, you're going to get a full consultation, a full breakdown of what the costs are. You're going to be shown videos beforehand on the chair that we propose to you. So the in-depth level that we go to is going to be so far greater than what you'll get anywhere else. We're not going to make a mistake. However, what I will do, because I think why not if we're coming that way anyway, because we want our customers to be happy. Let's say we've made a slight mistake, or in something like seating position. I'm going to bring the next chair which closest resembles that chair that we think is perfect for you, and we're going to bring that chair as a spare chair as a backup. So you're going to basically be shown 2 chairs, or a second chair if you're not fully happy with the first chair, which, if we've done our job correctly, you should be perfectly happy with the chair that we both, between us, remember it's not just our decision, it's ours and yours, because we would have given you all the knowledge on that chair before we even get to you, the videos, the spec, the reasons why we've chosen that chair for you. So yeah, the chances are we're not going to balls it up, but if we do, we're going to bring it back up anyway. Lastly, we're going to run through now the process from start to finish. So if you are interested in a home demo, you meet all the rest of the criteria, like within our radius, you want a LITH-TECH chair, if someone calls into the office, this is how you're going to be treated. And I've written this down because there's no way I'm going to remember the process in order. And like with everything else LITH-TECH do, it's going to be fully transparent, and everything that we stick on the website or we tell you over the phone is going to be 100% accurate. We're not going to waver from it one bit, because we're a fully transparent, non-dodgy company, and everything we stick to is because we believe. And yeah, we're not here to screw anyone over. We're here to help you and change your life and make your life easier and give you freedom. Right, so steps for offering home demo. So the person wanting the home demo must actively be looking for a wheelchair. That's number 1. When you call the office, you'll be gently run through the home demo process in a methodical and fully transparent way, basically the LITH-TECH way. Before any booking can be made, these things must happen first. This is where we're going to differ massively from any other company out there, because we want our customers to be really, really happy with the process and fully understand the process before we even go to them. So you're going to receive a 15-minute telephone consultation, which will be given to fully assess your disability needs and requirements. By the end of this call, you'll know exactly what chair you will need and what accessories or further modifications we will add to improve the chair's usability and to give you a better all-round chair for your disabilities. Right, once we have agreed on a chair choice, we will email you a full summary of the telephone conversation. This will follow with a quote and videos on the specific chair in question, and any other videos we think will help you make up your decision. Once you call us back, giving us the green light to go ahead, we will firstly email you the video of this home demo process. Basically, this is the video we will be emailing you, so you know exactly where you stand and what to expect. Number 2, a LITH-TECH terms and conditions page to sign. This is to protect yourselves, and it's also to protect us. Number 3, This is where we'll take the £150 non-refundable deposit up front. And finally, number 4, we're going to take down your address and get you booked in to our system. What to expect on the day. So this is the day of the demo now. So you're already booked in the diary. You're expecting us at whatever rough time we've put on the diary on the day. You will be called on the day of the demo just before we set off with an estimated ETA. So that means you know we're coming. We know you're ready to expect us, and you haven't forgot about us or whatever, and you roughly know what time to expect us according to whatever Waze or Google Maps says or whatever. Once we get to your house, we will give you a mini consultation. I know you would have had a full-time consultation, but once we see you and your environment, things might change ever so slightly. So it's doing the right thing by giving you a little mini consultation. We'll walk through how to operate the chair, take you on a demonstration outside and teach you how to safely operate your chair, how to navigate curbs and cambers, and basically how to use the chair in a good and safe way. Safety is key. And we'll show you all the tricks of the trade, like the easiest way of folding, unfolding, removing the batteries, charging, everything you need to know to be able to operate the chair well. Once we're back inside, we'll place the order with the office, and then that's when your £150 non-refundable deposit will be deducted from the overall price of the chair, which basically means your demo is completely for free at that point. There will then be some paperwork to fill out, and whilst you're doing that, the demonstrator will go to the van, and he'll bring you out a brand new chair, set it up exactly how you need, and program it to meet your requirements. Programming of the chair basically means we can make it faster, slower, less punchy, more torque, less torque, make it turn quicker or slower, stop quicker. We basically will program the chair to your needs, because everyone's massively different depending on their age or their size or how they want to use the chair. And then lastly, we will shake hands and we'll leave you to it. But the important thing is everything is incredibly transparent. You know this whole process because it will be on our website. You'll be run through it when you call. And right now, there's going to be a YouTube video on it. And the whole point is we all know where we stand and we're all in agreement. And it's a win-win. The whole point of business and relationships and partnerships is to always be a win-win. So we don't want to be out of pocket. We don't want you to be out of pocket. And you need to trust us to do our job like everyone else does, well enough to be able to match you with the right chair. So that 150 quid that you're paying for a non-refundable deposit doesn't even come into play, because you know you're going to buy a chair from us because you trust us. We know you're going to buy a chair from us because we know we're good at our job, and everyone's happy. So anyway, that is our home demo experience, and yeah, we look forward to adding that as a new service, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.